Emma 2020 is one of my favorite films of all time because it is not just an adaptation, it is a love letter to Regency detail, a cinematic painting in motion. It is a film that understands Austen's wit and social precision, but also revels in the beauty of the period, treating every costume, gesture, and line reading as part of its world building. From the movement coaching to the doffing of hats, the layered costumes to the exquisite color palette, it is one of the most carefully crafted period films ever made, and that care is exactly what makes it so delightful. Director Autumn de Wilde approaches Austen's Emma with a sharp, knowing humor that never mocks its characters. Instead, the film embraces the absurdities and the formalities of Regency society with genuine fascination. The result is a world that feels alive, specific, real, but heightened as if Austen's satire and charm have been distilled into pure cinema. One of the most impressive aspects is the use of movement coaches. The actors trained not just to wear Regency attire, but to move as their characters would have moved. This was not simply about posture, but about social language. How to enter a room, how to offer an arm, how to bow or curtsy with the correct degree of familiarity or reserve. These subtleties carry meaning: who is courting who is deferring to whom, and the cast embodies these distinctions with grace. Watch the way Emma turns her head just so to acknowledge someone she considers beneath her, or how Knightley's contained, upright posture conveys his sense of duty and restraint. And then there is the hat etiquette, something many adaptations gloss over. In Emma, it is given real attention. Men remove their hats when greeting a lady, signaling respect. The timing of when a hat is doffed or replaced becomes part of the silent dance of manners that defines Austen's world. Johnny Flynn's Mr. Knightley is wonderfully careful in this. He knows exactly when to relax and when to perform respectability, and the hat becomes part of that code. It is a tiny detail, but it signals a production that understands Regency society was built on such details. The costume design by Alexandra Byrne is astonishing in its richness and authenticity. These are not generic Empire line gowns in pastel. The clothing is layered, tailored, and specific to character and occasion. Emma's wardrobe is a showcase of wealth and taste, bright, eye-catching, expensive, with bold colors that match her need to be seen and admired. Meanwhile, Harriet's clothes are simpler, softer, showing her more tentative place in society. Even Mr. Elton's fussy, over-decorated style says everything about his social climbing vanity. The men's clothing, too, is perfectly observed. Crisp cravats, well-cut tailcoats, breeches that highlight the subtle physicality of Regency masculinity. It is not costume for costume's sake. It is character. The way Mr. Knightley dresses is restrained but never careless. He is wealthy enough to be understated without losing authority. Mr. Woodhouse's layers of comfort and fussiness make him look both dignified and fragile. Every choice reveals something about who they are. Beyond costume and movement, Emma excels in nuanced performances that bring Austen's social games to life. Anya Taylor-Joy is brilliant as Emma Woodhouse. She gives us a heroine who is clever, imperious, and entirely sure of herself until she is not. Watch her face in the Box Hill scene as the careless cruelty lands. The flicker of realization, the forced composure cracking. It is not loud or melodramatic, but devastating. Johnny Flynn's Knightley is all tension held in check. He is forthright but not showy, exasperated with Emma but never unkind. Their chemistry is not the grand passion of a Gothic romance, but the slow recognition of equals who must grow to deserve each other. Their arguments are layered with affection, frustration, and a deep-seated respect that makes their final confession feel earned. Even the supporting cast shines with detail. Bill Nighy's Mr. Woodhouse is hilarious and touching, fussy but never ridiculous. Miranda Hart's Miss Bates is heartbreaking in her polite desperation to be noticed, to be included, even as Emma thoughtlessly wounds her. These performances understand Austen's balance of satire and sympathy. They are funny because they are so painfully human. And then there is the color palette. Emma is one of the most visually sumptuous period films ever made. The production design is awash in bold, rich hues, butter yellows, lush pinks, deep greens. Interiors are decorated with layered wallpapers, elaborate moldings, and period-appropriate clutter that feels lived in rather than staged. Each frame is composed like a painting, with colors chosen to evoke mood and meaning. Emma's world is beautiful, but also a little claustrophobic, a perfect visual metaphor for her social dominance and the narrowness of her experience. The cinematography does not just record these details, but celebrates them. Long takes allow the social dances to unfold with all their coded glances and layered conversations. Close-ups catch the tiny betrayals on Emma's face or Knightley's restrained exasperation. Even the transitions between grand estates and village streets remind us that wealth and social rank are always present, always structuring how people move, greet, and speak. Ultimately, Emma 2020 succeeds because it refuses to modernize Austen's world by stripping away its formality. Instead, it leans in. It says this was a society of manners and appearances, of hidden meanings in every bow and every glance, and it finds drama, humor, and romance in that precision. It is one of my favorite films of all time because it respects its source. It knows Austen was not just writing about love, but about social codes, class, and how people both navigate and enforce those structures. Emma turns those ideas into living, breathing cinema, funny, beautiful, a little sharp, and always true to its period. If you want to see the Regency era not as a generic backdrop, but as a world of specific gestures, layered meanings, and vibrant color, Emma 2020 is essential viewing. It is a film that understands Austen's world was not just polite, but dazzlingly, complicatedly alive. Until next time, keep your petticoats pressed and your hearts in peril.